Welcome back to The Freedom Equation, the podcast where we explore the different paths to personal and financial liberty. I'm here with my co-host.
Hello, everyone. Have you ever been in a situation, maybe at work or in a new project, and had the terrifying thought, I don't belong here, and any minute now, they're going to find out I'm a fraud?
That feeling is incredibly common, and it has a name: Impostor Syndrome. Today, we're going to define what it is, where it comes from, and most importantly, share practical strategies to overcome it on your journey to freedom. As always, let's begin with our vocabulary. Understanding these 4 psychological terms will give you a much deeper insight into today's topic.
First, the main event, impostor syndrome. It's the internal feeling that you aren't as competent as other people think you are, and that your achievements are down to luck, not skill.
Next, a key verb, to internalize. Note the UK spelling with an S. To internalize something means to make a belief or attitude part of your own way of thinking. With imposter syndrome, people often internalize failure but dismiss success.
We'll also talk about self-sabotage. This is when your own behavior creates problems or stops you from achieving your goals. It's a classic outcome of feeling like an imposter.
And finally, a fascinating concept, cognitive dissonance. This is the mental discomfort you feel when you hold 2 conflicting beliefs. For example, the belief that everyone says I'm good at this conflicts with the feeling, but I know I'm a fraud.
Fantastic. So listen for imposter syndrome, to internalize, self-sabotage, and cognitive dissonance. Let's get started.
So, it's crucial to understand that imposter syndrome isn't the same as humility or low self-esteem. It's a specific conflict between your external reality, your successes, your qualifications, and your internal feeling of being a fake.
That's such a good point. It's the reason why high achievers often suffer from it the most. They internalize their failures as proof of their secret incompetence, but explain away their successes as luck, good timing, or just tricking everyone.
And if you feel this way, you are not alone. Studies suggest that up to 70% of people will experience these feelings at some point in their lives. It's a feature of the human condition, not a personal flaw.
So, how does this relate to the topics we've covered, like starting a side hustle or becoming a digital nomad?
It's a huge barrier. If you start a side hustle, you might feel like a fake entrepreneur. If you're pursuing early retirement, you might feel like an imposter for not working like everyone else. This fear can lead to self-sabotage.
Right. You might undercharge for your freelance work or not apply for a remote job you're qualified for because deep down you don't think you deserve it. That's the cognitive dissonance in action, knowing you should do something but feeling paralyzed by self-doubt.
Okay, so how do we fight back? The first step is simply to acknowledge the feeling and name it. Saying to yourself, "This is imposter syndrome talking," can separate the feeling from the facts.
Another great strategy is to keep a brag file or a success journal. Write down every single achievement, every piece of positive feedback, every goal you hit. When you feel like a fraud, you can look at this concrete, factual evidence.
Talking about it is also incredibly powerful. When you share these feelings with a trusted friend or mentor, you'll almost always be met with, "Me too." Realizing how universal it is instantly reduces its power.
And finally, stop comparing your behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's curated highlight reel online. Focus on your own progress and your own path.
So, imposter syndrome is one of the most common internal roadblocks on the path to freedom. But by recognizing it and using these strategies, you can prevent it from dictating your choices.
True freedom isn't just about your finances or your location, it's also about being free from the negative beliefs that hold you back. And overcoming this feeling is a huge part of your freedom equation.
How have you dealt with feelings of imposter syndrome? Share your tips and experiences in the comments. Thanks for tuning in to the Freedom Equation.